never laugh as a hearse goes by, for you may be the next to die. They wrap you up in bloody sheets to drop you 6 feet underneath. They put you in a pine wood box and cover you up with dirt and rocks. It all goes well for about a week, and then your coffin begins to leak, and the worms crawl in, the worms crawl out, the worms play pinochle on your snout. They eat your eyes, they eat your nose as you begin to decompose. A slimy beetle with demon's eyes chews through your stomach and out your sides. Your stomach turns to rancid grease, and pus pours out like melted cheese. You spread it on a slice of bread, and that's what you'll eat when you're dead. And the worms crawl out, the worms crawl in, the worms that crawl in are lean and thin, the ones that crawl out are fat and stout. Your eyes fall in and your hair falls out, your brain turns into maggot pie, your liver starts to liquefy, and for the living all is well as you sink further into hell. And the flames rise up to drag you down into the fire where you will drown. Your skin melts off as you descend, and Satan tears you limb from limb. Your suffering will never end. And the worms crawl in, the worms crawl out, they'll eat your guts and then shit them out. And when your bones begin to rot, the worms remain, but you do not. So don't ever laugh as a hearse goes by, for someday you'll be the one to die. And when death brings his cold despair, ask yourself, will anyone care? Don't ever laugh as a hearse goes by, for you may be the next to die. They wrap you up in bloody sheets to drop you 6 feet underneath. They put you in a pine wood box and cover you up with dirt and rocks. It all goes well for about a week, and then your coffin begins to leak, and the worms crawl in, the worms crawl out, the worms play pinochle on your snout. They eat your eyes, they eat your nose as you begin to decompose.
What's going on, guys? How you doing? Back for some more DBD. Let's see who we got. Demon King. Oh shit. How are you doing? It's been a while. What's going on, Haley? Say you're second, but who was first? I don't see the first one. What's going on, Ranger? What's going on, Gummy? What's going on, Chuck? What's going on, Nicholas? And what is going on, Cat? How you guys doing? Welcome back to another stream. You cut yourself yesterday. You were playing with a knife. Gotta be careful, Gummy. Can't have you dying. What's going on, Matthew? Welcome back. What's going on, Anthony? I love sequel after sequel. I like sequels that connect to each other. That's what drew me so much to the original Halloween 1 and 2, because it was like same night kind of deal, and the Friday the 13th films that just took place one after the other. One movie ended, the next one picks up directly after that. I love that. So how'd you guys like that double dipping of video drops I did this morning? Of course, we got the Dark Theories. Was it Michael Myers that broke into the hardware store in Halloween? Was it? Was it possibly? Was it possibly someone else? If he did go there, they say someone took Halloween masks. Did Michael Myers get his mask from the hardware store? Or did he get it by some other means? If you guys haven't watched those videos, be sure to check it out. The second one being, of course, my reaction to the Ju-On Origins Netflix TV series, which I had no idea was coming at all. I don't know how that slipped by me, but I had no idea that was coming. And that comes out July 3rd on Netflix. Now, I know it said Netflix Asia, I think it said, but I'm hoping it drops worldwide. Otherwise, I'm going to have to get a VPN because I need to watch that. Said not the dumbest thing I've done. Nicholas says, it was epic. Thank you. He got it from Silver Shamrock. There is a theory that seems to go into Michael Myers' original mask was from Silver Shamrock, and that's what kind of fucked with his mind. I still argue that Michael was a supernatural-esque being from the very beginning. Not controlled by anything. It was just Michael Myers. He didn't start dealing with anything like the Cult of Thorn until after Halloween 2, when the Cult of Thorn kind of got their claws into him. And because of what happened in Halloween 3, I got a whole theory on this. Because of what happened in Halloween 3, Cochran made his sacrifices, magic came back, and ultimately it rejuvenated the Cult of Thorn and being able to use magic. And they used it to try to control something that was pure evil, like Michael Myers. He was literally pure evil, supernatural. But Michael Myers fought against it. That's how we get scenes like where Michael Myers is at one point in the shrine with people of the Cult of Thorn and not doing anything, and seemingly under the direction of Dr. Wynn. And then the next thing you know, he's killing all the doctors there because he breaks free of the Cult of Thorn and just goes on a rampage. But it still remains that, hey, Michael Myers still wants to kill his family. That still kind of like exists. What's going on, Typical Sad Clown? I saw that you were playing Dead by Daylight as well. I was going to head over, but I did have to stream. So if you're still playing when I get off, I'll definitely be over there. If you guys haven't checked out Typical Sad Clown yet, go over there. Give her a follow. Like, comment. Anything. Let yourself be known. Bring her into the family of darkness. Chuck says, I enjoyed both videos. JG Dark, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. There is also a theory that Michael Myers is a cyborg. I saw that. I don't necessarily agree with that because that would indicate that Cochran manufactured Michael as a kid to kill Judith, maybe. Or maybe Michael killed Judith and then he went into the Smith's Grove Sanitarium, and then Cochran just orchestrated build after build after build to simulate Michael aging up. And then when he breaks out, then he's a... No, I don't necessarily subscribe to that. I'm a theory guy, but I don't necessarily go that far. What's going on, Robert? What if Horace Pinker was going to come back alive? Shocker's still alive. I still gotta watch Shocker again. It's been so long since I've watched that. Like, I only have like glimpses of that movie in my head. Gummyzilla, new theory. Michael was a chicken nugget this whole time. It fits. I can totally see how that fits. Demon King, if this info is true... Oh, wait, what? Ghostface is here? Oh, shit, I see Ghostface. What's going on, Ghostface? How you doing? Friday the 13th is getting a new movie around the time Jason X took place. Oh, I hope not. I hope not. Any Jason movie would be fine, but if we're gonna start off, why? What's going on, Machete? What is going on? Loved your new Dark theory. Thank you. Glad all you guys are enjoying the new theory video. Especially because normally I script things out. I didn't script that out at all. I just did that literally after I did the reaction video. Oh, check out my one theory video on it. If Michael Myers was cursed with the curse of Thorn the entire time. Check that out, Matthew. That sort of ties in that whole thing all together. Robert says, I want to see a new Shocker movie. You might. You might. Jason is actually Godzilla. Confirmed. Wonder Woman of being... What? Huh? Wonder Woman of being at Cyborg? What? All right. So what do you say we get into some DBD here shortly? Just got to load up my Steam, make sure there's no updates because we hate updates. Most certainly, we hate updates. I mean, we love updates, what they give. We just hate when we have to go stream and update just bites you in the ass. So who do y'all think the new killer will be in DBD? I am of two minds with who I think it may be. I think, and I did a video on it. I haven't done a video on the second one yet, which I might do. If you guys, I mean, you guys are going to hear it here, and it's just going to be the same information. But ultimately, or I may clip this part just for that particular reason. Now, my first guess, just because Classic Killer kind of changed things for horror, Classic License, I was thinking maybe Tarman from Return of the Living Dead, with the cemetery and the mortuary and the crematorium all being part of the map, because I feel like you can hide generators in those pretty well. And the survivor being Ernie, the guy that runs the mortuary. That's what I was thinking. Second guess, when you go really into the classic license, what gets in your mind more classic than a Psycho chapter? Norman Bates in the Mother Persona as the killer, the Bates Motel as the map, and Marion Crane, the mysterious hotel visitor, coming to the Bates Motel. Like, she's the survivor. What gets more classic than that? Than having an Alfred Hitchcock rendition of these characters come to Dead by Daylight? And arguably, Norman Bates is technically the first slasher. So that does kind of also change things in horror the moment of its inception. So that does kind of fit the overall narrative that the devs are trying to put forth with what they said. Now, is it an emotional thing for them? I think the emotional thing just kind of is just, bumping gums, because they said same thing last year in their 3rd anniversary. This is an emotional thing for 3. I think they're referring to the years overall. But I think it's going to be between Tarman from Return of the Living Dead or Norman Bates from Psycho. That's my guess of what I'm going for. JG is a cartel. I am most certainly not, Elizabeth. What's going on, Garrett? And hello, Elizabeth. Killer Tomatoes, that'd be interesting. I doubt you'd see it, but that'd be interesting. Maybe it's the Zodiac Killer. The Zodiac Killer isn't a classic license, though. The Zodiac Killer is a real person. It's not a classic license coming from a classic franchise. But I don't know. That's my guesses. It's either going to be Norman Bates or Tarman. Although, as much as I would love to see Norman Bates, the only way I would do it just to really fuck with people is on the Bates Motel map. It's all in black and white. There's no color. It's done in black and white in the same kind of film style that, or whatever kind of film visual-wise that they used in the 60s when that was created. That's the way I would do that. Norman Bates, you can kind of have him in color on the other maps, but I would mostly have anything that goes into that particular map be black and white. Now, the only other challenging part is, what do you do with Norman Bates that separates him from Michael Myers? Because essentially he's a guy with a butcher knife, just like Michael. I mean, obviously you don't want to necessarily give him the stealth aspect of things, because Norman Bates was stealthy, but he was more deceiving. I would wonder... I don't know. I mean, how do you incorporate the mother's body into things? Could you have him place traps of his mother's body? I don't know how you would do it. I really don't know how you would do it. Like, what his power would possibly be, let alone the perks. What about Jack the Ripper from the movie From Hell? I mean, Jack the Ripper's a classic real-life serial killer, but at the same time, it's not a classic license. Especially for a franchise. We don't have a Jack the Ripper franchise. And that's the key thing. It has to be a classic franchise. A classic killer that's widely associated with horror. And, I mean, they kind of said something about emotional, all that, but to me it kind of points to, if we're talking mainstream horror and we're talking classic license, we're only talking, there's only two big names in horror that kind of had that big of an impact that ultimately led to the overall landscape of horror changing. There's Dracula, Bela Lugosi, there's Norman Bates, and then later on Michael Myers changed the slasher industry to the mainstream, and that's where we got Jason, Freddy, and so forth. And it just kept evolving from there. We already got Michael Myers. Classic license, unless you're getting the Bela Lugosi version of Dracula, you don't really need that license. The only other thing that I can think of with associated with horror, you got Alfred Hitchcock's version of Norman Bates. Alfred Hitchcock, who's widely associated with horror, and Norman Bates, who is widely considered the first slasher. So that kind of fits hand in hand. And they said mysterious survivor. Well, what character to a killer is more mysterious than Marion Crane, who signed into the hotel under a different name, was there to try to escape after stealing money so she could run off with fucking Sam Loomis, and so forth. Plus, if Marion Crane was added to Dead by Daylight as a survivor, imagine having Marion Crane and Laurie Strode on the same survivor team at once. We have Janet Leigh and Jamie Lee Curtis reunited in video game form. That would be pretty cool. Mother-daughter kind of team, that would be pretty cool. Let me see what I'm missing here in the chat. Jack Frost. It's going to be Sweeney Todd. He'd be awesome and maybe break into song after slashing his victims. That'd be the only way I accept it, is if it's Johnny Depp. But ultimately, we still face the same thing. He's not classic. Jose, how you doing? Say hi, I'm new. Well, welcome to the stream, my friend. I hope you stick around. We're going to get into some Dead by Daylight gameplay here soon, so I hope you enjoy yourself, kick up your feet, and enjoy the show. Do I play DBD on PS4? I do not. I have DBD on Nintendo Switch, which I have to fight my daughter for, and Amanda. I have to fight both of them. I have DBD for PC, and I have DBD for Xbox One. PS4 I do not have, so that is the only system that I do not have it for. I also have it for mobile, but I haven't touched mobile since the tutorial. Rubber tire, the next killer. That would be funny as shit. Nice try. You just hear a heartbeat, you just see a rolling tire coming to you, and the fucking Mori is just bouncing off your fucking head. That would be fucking insane. Haley says, I feel like Jack Torrance from The Shining could be the killer, because it's technically a classic license, and the devs always said they love Stephen King's work. True. The Shining is a classic license, but it's not a classic franchise. That's the thing. We have now Stephen King's books in general are considered a franchise because they're all interconnected. Although some of them don't continue the same works. It all is within the same world. But the Shining film franchise, which most people would know it for, would only know The Shining and Doctor Sleep. Getting one sequel, I don't feel like necessarily equates to a franchise, although I would love a Jack Torrance in the Shining chapter with the Overlook Hotel and being able to hear the theme song of The Shining while Jack Torrance is chasing you. That would be fucking insane and incredible. Which I think will come. I don't think it's going to come at this point, though. Anthony says they don't really make back-to-back sequels like Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th anymore. Very true, they don't. They usually put like a year or two between them. I'm gonna be talking and playing Jose. We're just getting started here. What's going on, Melvin? How are you doing? Diabetic cat kind of closed. What? Oh my god. Nah, fam, it's obviously Leprechaun. That'd be pretty cool too. I would probably take Leprechaun's mechanics over Chucky's. Just for the simple fact that Leprechaun can use his magic to lift you up instead of putting you over his shoulder. That would kind of work to a degree. Let me jump over to my game mode. Alright, so we're going to be getting into the game. I got it firing up. JG's into mother-daughter. I thought I was weird. Hey. Different strokes, my friend. But I don't know. Let me know, like, I mean, keep the things coming. Like, pretty much the guesses. Because you got to figure, look on the dev's website and try to... Oh, shit. Was it a roster reset? Oh, you motherfucker. I did not realize it was a roster reset. Alright, what are you starting with?
What is this place?
We'll do it with that. Wait a minute, hold on. Before I even do that, what do I got? Oh, I gotta play with Dwight. That's right. Oh shit, what am I doing? I'm hitting all the buttons.
Alright.
Oh, nope. There we go. What's the worst horror movie I could watch? Any recommendations? 1983 with the shovel. Nice try. Says, when they do long shots of Chucky, they use a little person. They could make Chucky little person size, then I'd be fine with that. I would make him the size of the Hag if I was going to do it. Because, I mean, the Hag is pretty short in itself. It's just the way they're doing it. They would... I mean, they could add a mechanic where Chucky's kind of dragging them. Maybe. But I'm not sure. Demon King says, you ever think you'd play Friday the 13th game live for us? If I can get the right kind of lobby up and running, yeah, sure. I wouldn't mind that. But a lot of these like toxic lobbies that I get into just make the game not fun. and then trying to stick with good lobbies that you get that you're not necessarily friends with is an increasing difficult thing to do. Voxtile says, what's your thoughts as to what the Tarman's ability and weapon may be? Alright, my guess is the Tarman itself will likely, because what they use? They use the bat to knock his head off, right? So why not use a bat to injure the survivors? His Mori obviously would be eating brains. The power itself would be similar to something like the plague, just with the trioxin gas, which ultimately can poison you. Only thing is, the poison... what if we made it where if you do get poisoned, that there is no full way to cure it? There's just certain ways to go to certain points where you get skill checks just to keep it in check. But ultimately, there's no way to cure the trioxin poisoning. Just to differentiate from the plague and going to cleanse yourself. What's going on, Black Stylo? How you doing? You think it could be Pyramid Head? That is technically a horror franchise. Just a horror game. Just a game. I mean, it could be. But I mean, is Pyramid Head... Is Silent Hill necessarily considered a classic franchise, though? And if we're going that route, how far is it before we get William Birkin? Or another tyrant from Resident Evil? Alright, so we don't have to worry about too much. I like the Doublemint twins. That'd be another cool thing about doing the Shining map and having random ghosts pop up. Sort of like how they do with the Doctor with hallucinations. Oh, fuck! I didn't know he could get over the fucking generator like that. Nice. Oh, shit. I thought they would have ran off. Wonder if they'll ever have small AI threats in the game to change things up. I theorized something like that, like especially with the Western map. Like, what if they added, like, rattlesnakes? Because you hear rattlesnakes. What if they added rattlesnakes, and if you walked over the wrong bush, the rattlesnake bit you and it put you in, maybe, sort of the dying state, or something like that. Shining map needs hedge maze. That'd be a cool thing, too. But I fear if you add the hedge maze to an Overlook Hotel map, you're likely going to make the map way too big for any killer to really take advantage of. Why do I feel like we're getting camped? Why is it I can't see anybody? Oh, okay, they're all over there. Oh, we are getting camped. Okay. I can see my spine chill going on. Well, that's a way to start the game, isn't it? Fucking camper face. It's probably a plague doctor. For an original killer, maybe. But, with this being a classic license, I highly doubt it. Which I've noticed that, even watching some other streams, there's been a ton of fucking camping killers nowadays. I don't know why. I mean, tunneling, maybe? That... Oh, shit. Like, tunneling I can kind of see, because it's kind of what you would do, but sitting there watching someone, there's nothing fun about that at all. It's the poor man's Silent Hill from the nurse. Oh, they're waiting too. Hey, what's going on, Brandon? How you doing? Haley says, what if the hedge maze has its own little sub-map location, like how the Oni's map is? Also on the Yamamoto... Yeah, definitely. Basically, you mean two maps for the same killer. Oh, that just was terrible. I'm not sticking around for that. Like, basically, he got both of us down in the basement and fucking camped us out waiting. That's fine. Saw my Steam message. I saw that you added me on there. I did not see the message yet, though, Brandon. I'll check it out, though. I'll check it out. I got you. Trying to fix my chair cushion here. But yeah, definitely, Haley, going back to that, I think that would actually be best. To do two maps to get the hedge maze. That would be a pretty cool thing. Actually. I mean, who do you make the survivor, though? Do you make it Jack's wife? Or do you make it Danny? And if you make it Danny, do you make it adult Danny? And at that point, is it possibly a Shining Dr. Sleep kind of deal? Like, you get the hedge maze for Jack Torrance, you get the Overlook Hotel for Danny. Any ideas for an original killer? I mean, we haven't gotten a vampire yet. I think a vampire is definitely doable. We haven't... I would say werewolf killer, but also at the same time, when I think of a werewolf power, it would kind of be like how the Oni is, when the Oni's using his Demon Fury, or even the Legion, like when they're running. So the only other thing I can think of is maybe for a werewolf killer, you can use scent tracking. Like being able to injure a survivor and be able to smell their blood to make them want to heal. Maybe. That could also work for a vampire too, though. Give a vampire something with maybe stress to hear their heartbeat go faster, to hear their blood pumping, maybe. Oh, no problem, Brandon. No problem. You have a good night, my friend. And that's why I keep the videos on Twitch and YouTube. So you can go back and watch them, enjoy what we're talking about, all the new killer speculation, and go from there. But you have a good night, my friend, and you get some sleep. Definitely. 1 OM. What the fuck is that? 1 AM. There. Definitely. Get some sleep, my friend. I think an original killer would be simple. Walter White. But Walter White's not original, though. They're saying original as far as to the game exclusive, like how the Hillbilly, the Wraith, the Trapper, all of those are original concept killers, original look and so forth. Someone like Walter White would actually be a licensed character. A Scarecrow killer would be good to implement. Yeah, definitely. Especially if you can have him set himself up or various traps like the Hag, where he sets up various scarecrows around the map and can teleport to them and show up on those things and just like hop off the thing. That would be fucking insane. I could imagine the stress levels at there. Like you're watching that fucking scarecrow the entire time. Like that motherfucker better not move. That would be actually pretty cool. But I think also to counter it, you would have to be able to burn the scarecrow effigies. To an extent. What's going on, Pugster? How you doing? Like, I know, I'm just adoring. Oh, no worries, no worries. Why do I have a feeling? It's a silent killer, and I'm likely going to be the first one found. Alright, since you're running, I'm running. Fuck, Legion. Are you coming? Dude! Oh, this isn't gonna end well. Help! I did kind of beat up on that Legion. Oh, Hunter says lullaby. Alright, so he's not looking at me yet. Nice. No, don't get on this gen because discordance. There, you can have it. You get on that. Oh, you're in there. Okay, we're good. You got that? Luckily, we don't have to worry about Huntress's lullaby yet. I mean, that's true, but I wouldn't doubt it that they start using human killers. Or human-looking killers. Oh, fuck. Oh my god, I've been like chased for most of this fucking round. No pallet there. Oh, fuck. I got no pallets. I got nothing. Hey guys, guess who's coming to dinner? Fuck. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? A little bit late to the car party, Brenda? Nah, we're just getting started. But how you doing? As I am getting deeply penetrated in my armpit from what it looks like. The strangers would be cool. That would definitely be cool. I mean, especially down the road to do a strangers chapter. That would actually be pretty cool. Add all 3 killers. Oh, borrowed time. Gotta run. Oh, gotta run. Okay, she's obviously not worried about me. Oh, okay. So you're doing okay, Brenda? Just okay? Not doing great? Oh yeah, it tickles. It tickles. Okay, kind of like the Legion. I feel like this Legion's definitely gonna have fucking NOED. Oh no, I like the Strangers. I actually like the Strangers well enough, actually. Especially with the twists and turns the second movie kind of takes. I actually don't find it to be really bad at all. Okay, let me do a gen. Okay, let me not do a gen. Let me run and get the fuck out of here. Okay, you brought evil with you. Oh, another totem. What's going on, Buff Clash? How you doing? Oh, just say Chan. How are you doing as well? We're getting all these new faces in. I'm loving it. Loving it. But if you guys have any speculation, all the new people coming in, if you have any speculation on who you think the new killer may be, feel free to drop your predictions. Oh my god, these like, some reason these skill checks are like just popping up on me. Well, I guess that would be Huntress's Lullaby. That makes sense. Better run! Oh. I know there's like literally no pallets around here, and this is my second hook. I'm about to go down quite badly. Help! I don't know, like, now that I'm thinking about it, I do still think that Tarman could actually be a possibility. But the more and more I think about it, and the idea of having Marion Crane in the game, and playing next to Laurie Strode, and having essentially Jamie Lee Curtis and Janet Leigh reunited in video game form for a Psycho chapter, that would actually be pretty cool. Do I actually have evidence about the new killer? I do not. Just speculation. Okay, I only see 2 people. Oh, there's the third. And they're running away. Are you going to... No, I'm dead. What headset do I have? I have, Arctis 5 Steel Series headset. You get that a little bit closer to you because I got the box right over it. That's what I got. I did not pit for any of that. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I literally gave Legion a concussion most of that fucking round. Oh, they actually got out? Alright. So at least I didn't die alone. Yeah, the headset does have LEDs around the rim, and the microphone, when it's turned off, has the red light. And the LEDs kind of pulsate along with my keyboard and my PC. So it's all synced together. Brenda says, would be really cool to see Billy Lenz from Black Christmas, but that's from my heart. I wouldn't doubt that you see Billy at some point. I mean, obviously, you don't see Billy in the original film. You see him in the remake. So I wouldn't doubt that you wouldn't see that version, or maybe even Agnes. There's a good possibility for that, I would probably say. Maybe for the holidays. You never know. I mean, Black Christmas does have a nice cult following. And if they're looking for, cult following films... But yeah, like, it's probably if they're looking at all the cult films, like, I mean, because Candyman is a cult classic, but not a full-on, you know, classic license. Like, he has his cult following. But, at least in my mind. But, so would Black Christmas, too, to that degree. I mean, Black Christmas definitely has a cult following. It's classic, but I wouldn't put it up there as, like, classic franchise or anything like that. But I think definitely you could probably do that. Jose says, at first I was thinking it could be Candyman, but now I'm leaning more towards Pennywise. Or more with Pennywise. The only problem I have with Pennywise is very similar to the Jack Torrance situation. Like if Jack Torrance was put into the game for a Shining chapter. It's iconic, yes. But is it classic? Is it a classic franchise? Would you necessarily put classic franchise on Pennywise? I mean, we have the 1990 miniseries. We have the 2 films with Bill Skarsgård. But does that necessarily count as a franchise? To really that degree? That's where I'm trying to think of. Would it be a classic franchise? I mean, don't get me wrong. The Tim Curry version of Pennywise, I loved it for all of its faults and everything. It is it's another one of those things. It's a cult classic kind of thing. Like, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but it was for the most part a long time the face of Pennywise. But I wouldn't necessarily say that it's classic. If you're going with the books are all interconnected for Stephen King. But do you incorporate that as in being a classic franchise? Is this the Stephen King franchise? Is that what you're going for? And with thinking that, that's what led me to believe maybe it is Psycho. Because Psycho had derivative TV shows, 3 books, 4 movies, tons of merchandise. I was thinking maybe Psycho, and it's from Alfred Hitchcock, the first movie. So that if it doesn't get more classic than that, I don't know how much more classic you could get, because I mean Psycho did change the face of horror when it was made. The book itself, because I mean, let's look at brief horror history lesson. When Psycho was made, the movie was made by Alfred Hitchcock. To avoid anyone spoiling the movie, he went out and bought every single copy of Robert Bloch's book. That's how he did that. Like, there was no spoiler, there was no internet, so pretty much it was easy for him to go out and use his own money to purchase all of the books to make sure that no one could find a copy in order to preserve his ending. Now, when Norman Bates hit the screen, did he not instantly become the first slasher? Without Norman Bates, do we have a Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Without Norman Bates, do we have a Black Christmas? Without Norman Bates, do we have Michael Myers? It could be argued that Alfred Hitchcock started the slasher movement with Psycho. So that is indeed changing the face of horror. And then you have pretty much Alfred Hitchcock behind it, who is a legendary horror figure. So it's a very good possibility that this license that we're getting is most certainly a Psycho license. But for me personally, as a fan, I would love Tarman. I would love Tarman in a Return of the Living Dead chapter. What's going on, Random Aussie? How you doing? The original, yes. The last Black Christmas was crap. Yes, the remake that Blumhouse did, not even a remake, it was nowhere near a remake. It was a completely separate story. The last Black Christmas they did with Blumhouse was utter garbage. Utter garbage. But the remake that they did before that, I think it was in 2006, not bad. It wasn't bad at all. Matthew says, I know you're not the biggest fan, but I wouldn't mind having the tall man and the survivor Reggie Bannister. I actually wouldn't mind that at all. I wouldn't mind that at all. Like, except I probably wouldn't have the survivor be Reggie, because I mean, I guess you could still do it, because when he knocks down, I want Candyman, I want them to pull from the movies. They gotta have a good audio clip of it, of the tall man just like, boy. Vox Tiles says it had a big effect and basically started the whole fear about clowns. Oh, with Pennywise. I mean, maybe, but that's more recent. That's not classic, and it wasn't during his inception. Buff Clash says, I think about it this way, Dark. That ability would be Dead by Daylight related, like Deathslinger has a gun and has to be modified. And what would Pennywise have? Pennywise would likely use the deadlights, or some degree of that. Maybe teleporting like the Hag, adding sewers on every map and being able to come out of the sewers, or maybe tying balloons to generators in some kind of way and incorporating that. Watch gameplay, not film says, what about Cabin in the Woods? That would be a sick map and a couple of new killers from that. But that would be pretty cool too. That would definitely be pretty cool to have because there's so much you could do with that. Especially, I mean, personally, if I'm going any kind of Cabin in the Woods, I still want them to give Ash add-on for his DLC to give us the Evil Dead cabin. I personally would want that. But I wouldn't mind Cabin in the Woods at all. Like a Cabin in the Woods chapter. What's going on, Devin? What's going on, Sebastian? Random Aussie says, JG, watch Houseboat Horror. Oh my god, it's like Friday the 13th and Freddy on a $2 budget. I definitely have to check that out. Voxhole says, Slenderman would be a very cool idea, but it's not classic at all. Definitely not. Slenderman did have an effect on horror, but it's not a classic license. Do I like Russ Thorne from Slumber Party Massacre? It's been a while. I couldn't tell you. I don't remember anything from those films. Maybe one of these days I'll do the commentaries on them, but I do not remember hardly anything from those films. Ooh. Oh shit. I don't have enough points. Alright, did I didn't do shit that round to get fucking Dwight where I needed. I mean, there's, especially when you go into the more obscure characters. Like, it's funny, because we're talking clowns. It's funny, what if they did a Killjoy? A Killjoy fucking, chapter. They never would. There's never a reason to do Killjoy. But what if they did? That'd be fucking hilarious. Basket Case is the new killer. That would be fucking hilarious. Just see, like, someone looking like Meatwad dragging themselves to you, trying to bite your fucking head off. Babadook? Yeah, I could see. I could see. But then it's like the mechanics of using Babadook. Like, how would you work that? I mean, there's a way to do everything. But it's like, how would you incorporate that? Because I know Babadook would probably come later on. I mean, granted, it's definitely not what this new killer is going to be, but I mean, I could see it coming later on. What's my favorite killer? Like, in general, movie-wise, Voxtal, or in Dead by Daylight? Because favorite overall, movies-wise, has always been Jason. In Dead by Daylight, switch off between Trapper, Freddy, Ghostface, and Michael. Those are my favorites I use. Although I'm trying to stave off having to do the Huntress's challenge because I'm not that good at Huntress, and I don't want to sit here for 20 minutes missing hatchet shots. This would be the Pennywise chapter, Ruined Birthday. Interesting. Said there's more people in the stream here today. I mean, it's Dead by Daylight and new Killer Height. Everybody's speculating on who this could be, and it's such a hot topic because there's so many different ways you could go outside of Pennywise, Candyman, and all the more mainstream, just getting ready to have a movie come out people. Oh my god, it's the Dead! How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. You want to join? What platform do you play on? Oh my god? Or OMG? Because as of right now, I am playing on PC. On Steam, to be more accurately. I mean, do all the chapter names? Do all of them relate to a family tree? Oh, you play on PS4. Unfortunately, I do not. That is the one console that I do not have and don't have Dead by Daylight on. The killer is Margot Robbie. I mean, how many guys you know are gonna, you know what, just stomp on me. Step on me right now, Margot. It's gonna be instant 4Ks every single fucking round. What are you doing? Oh, fuck! Now I see what the fuck he was doing. Alright. Imagine Mr. X or Nemesis on here. Oh, that'd be fucking insane. Being able to use Mr. X's, not Mr. X, Nemesis tentacle and have him like stars every time, especially if he does a Mori. That'd be fucking insane. No, OMG, I do not have a PS4 at all. It is the only console that I do not have. The killer is Dr. Herbert West. That would be fucking cool. But I mean, how would you incorporate? Could you use his Mori to bring back other survivors? To pretty much be with him? Sort of like a zombie effect, like if we had Tarman and he was able to do his Mori on you, bite you and turn you into a zombie, and now you're a killer, and you're slowly going from 4v1 to 1v4? Alright, I need to find a gen. I need to be productive before I do not pip again. What? What the fuck? Megalodon? How the fuck would they even incorporate that? Alice Cooper from Prince of Darkness. I mean, would you really consider that a classic? An SCP collaboration would be... Actually, you know what? I need that save. Don't you do it! I will leave your ass. Alright, be free, little bird! Be free! Stop fucking running with me! Oh, well then. Okay. Okay, you can have that. I am not that dedicated to that save. Oh, you actually got the headgear off. Nice. Oh, I wouldn't doubt that at some point Dead by Daylight is definitely gonna head into the SCP territory. Which I bet my daughter starts playing at that point. It's like I knew that she was here. I had spine chill. Fuck. You're bringing her with you. Oh, thank you for the lemon, Genkai. I greatly appreciate it. JG's videos are so much friendlier than the Camp Blood horror forums. Oh, well, fuck you, pig. Not you. Not you, Allsay. You're good. Pig bad. Run! Run! I had to get the fuck out of Dodge. You people should have known that I was running for a reason. Oh, nice. Getting healed up. Not much, Genkai. What's up with you? How you doing? Just got a trapper that face cancel emoji. Oh. That is always the worst. I mean, we got a Leatherface that camped 2 people in the fucking basement. Alright, we're all healed up. Good to go. I see you, pig. I see you. Where the fuck you going? I'm the killer now. She's angry. She doesn't like me homing in on the turf. She's a very angry piggy. Oh, fuck! I thought she was gonna try to cut me off. I outthought my fucking self. I really would not doubt that I can face camp. See, this is a lesson of why you don't taunt killers. Genkai says we're having a DBD tournament here soon. Have you seen it? I have not, Genkai. I have not at all. It sounds very entertaining. Like, what would be the rules with that? Fill me up. I'm not scared of the headgear. I'm dying here. You better fucking run. I'm like halfway done. Calm your tits. Hey, what's going on, the Real Skull King? How you doing as well? Getting quite the crowd in here. I'm enjoying this. Come on. Get this shit off. Alright, David, now you're just following me for shits. Alright, now I'm getting a little scared of the headgear. This is not what I wanted. Oh, David actually got his off? Oh, thank you for the follow, the Real Skull King. I greatly appreciate it, all the way from D Live. Well, fuck. Oh, oh, don't you start. Don't you start that shit. Can I get it off? Can I get it? I believe this is the last one. This should be me getting it off, right? Alright, off. Getting the fuck out of here. Oh, you're good? That's awesome to hear. I'm doing good as well. Hanging out with some awesome people in the stream. Theorizing on who the new killer may end up being. Oh, could you imagine if they did go with the whole SCP thing? That'd be so fucking crazy with just the overall content that they can add because of that. Because, I mean, are SCPs owned by anybody? Does anybody have rights to any SCP monster? Oh, this killer is coming. Oh, you clever piggy. Oh, that's not a way out. Alright. Would it help if I said I'm sorry? Ooh, gotcha. Okay, I'm not sorry. Okay. Fool me once, shame on you. She was ready for that second one. Oh, I'll definitely take a look. I gotta catch up on everything in chat after this round. Oh shit, run! I'm gonna go over here and heal up while you guys take care of door duty. I mean, if she gets me, she gets me. But I have a feeling she's gonna be blocking those fucking doors. I think once they run out of, or they strike out with licensing, with a lot of bigger name killers to put into the game, I think then you're going to start seeing a ton of SCP or SCP-based killers coming. Alright. What's the door over here? Oh, there's a pallet. One pallet I didn't drop on her fucking head. Don't be coming this way. You got no reason to come this way. Okay. I think we made it. All right, first survival of the night. Good shit. All right, let me take a look back. See what we got going on in the chat. Oh, got all that? Nice. Oh, I forgot to hit GG. Oh, well, was it? Thank you, the Real Skull King. I hope to see you back in the next one as well. Let me take a look at the chat, see what I may have missed. Wait, what was I looking for? New killer would be me. Oh no, I can see Devin out there. Buff Clash. That's what I'm looking for. Buff Clash. Oh my gosh. It's all the way up there. Oh, about the Megalodon. Okay, I got you. Aussie says, JG's videos are friendlier than Camp Blood horror forums. I saw that and I meant to respond a little bit more to it. I've been in a ton of forums and most of them, especially on Reddit, are not that nice. So that is always a compliment to hear because I always want people to be able to come in, voice their opinion without being attacked. And that is something I do stand by in this stream, channel, whatever you want to call it. Everyone can have their opinion here. That's why I freaked out so bad on a situation from the other day or one of the past streams where someone did that. Master Fear. I started dabbing. I'm going to finish the dabbing. Sebastian says, will Pennywise be introduced to Dead by Daylight? A lot of people think so, but I am not one of them. I believe that it is going to end up being possibly either a Psycho chapter or Return of the Living Dead chapter. Buff says his power would be the Wrath of the Ancient, and every single time he comes out of the ground, you gain undetectable for 20 seconds. You have to go back into the puddle. Okay. The catch would be if he doesn't go back into the puddle, he gets stunned for 4 seconds. Huh. But I mean, would he be able to stay out of the puddle after he gets stunned for the 4 seconds though? SCP-106 definitely looks the part to fit in DBD. I got to start looking at the SCPs because I don't have them all memorized. My daughter does, but I do not. So, I mean, there are quite a few that definitely fit that mold. Brenda just joining this, whatever. Just dabbing for the sake of dabbing. Voxtile says his Mori would be the survivor gets stunned and they look around and then he grabs him and pulls him into the puddle. Not bad. Just says I actually love going against Piggy. She's so cute, especially when she gets the pallet dropped on her. She sounds like a mouse sneezing. Brenda Cook, if my boy 096 joins DBD, his Mori would be ripping off a person's head and swallowing it whole. I think I read that before, but that would definitely be worth seeing. I would figure the Demogorgon would have done that, but it just like throws them around and shit. Voxtile, goddamn, I'm hyped for an SCP killer. Buff Clash, alright. I think we may actually be caught up. All right, looks like we're caught up. Which actually, let me jump over here real quick. Just, you know, because Devin's in here, let me show off some of the badges you get by joining the JG Dark memberships. We got the JG Dark logo itself, the Camp Juicy badge. Ooh, what is that? Oh, Jessica Lucas giving the like to the Facebook page. I greatly appreciate that and hope you are enjoying the stream as well. But yes, we got Jason emojis, Ghostface emojis, a little Chucky emoji, and a Michael Myers emoji, which is the newest of the group. Just so you know, nudge Devin like, hey, they're there. They're waiting for you. Machete just won as killer. Congratulations, my friend. Who were you? Which killer? Buff Clash says, if I had to add a killer, what would name be? What would you do? I would have to think of that because I'm not an off the top of the head kind of person. I like to put a lot of thought into something that I create like that. So I definitely would have to get back to you on that. Devin says, Friday, go to my grandparents. Friday, hopefully I can do enough work for them where they will buy me those badges. I look forward to it, Devin. I look forward to seeing you spamming all of those badges all throughout the stream. Just started, so you were a Trapper. Oh, Trapper's a nice one. He's a good one. I like Trapper. Oh, goddamn green key. I'll grab up Borrowed Time. Why not? Borrowed Time's something I've been meaning to start using. I don't really trust Dead Hard. I'm gonna go for second win. Alright, so what do we... Oh. I think we got... I'm gonna take a look. Rescue 3 survivors from a hook. So I gotta do that 2 more times and escape with a new item. Gotcha. Good. Great. Wonderful. We can do it. Anthony Davis says, Rob Zombie's Hellraiser coming soon in theaters. No. Rob Zombie can definitely design some of the Cenobites, given certain requirements that he has to incorporate. That I could definitely see based on his Dr. Satan design. But, movie-wise? Writing? Hell no. Directing? Hell no. Be no way. Make him a costume designer. Something like that, but no. The Cenobites talk with too much elegance for a Rob Zombie picture. Can you imagine Pinhead saying, you know, instead of, you know, we'll tear your soul apart, be like, I will crawl over there and skull fuck the shit out of you? Could you imagine Pinhead saying that? Be funny as hell, but no. I put my foot down. No. Will I do a Mortal Kombat stream? I would really love to see you reacting to it. I mean, I don't have the game because I haven't really bought a fighting game since maybe MKX, and to me they're all kind of the same. But you never know. I mean, if there's a demand for it, I'll definitely look into doing it. I wouldn't have a problem. Hey, I did pip that last round. I didn't even look at that. I instantly fucking signed myself out. Yeah, Anthony, I think that kind of answers your question. It's a resounding no from Devin and Brenda. And me. No. Costume designer? Sure, great. Give him the leather, give him a sketch pad of how he wants to do all the grotesque things. Because, I mean, most of the Cenobites, they're... For them, you have to look at it. They're not necessarily just torturing you just to hear you scream. That's a catalyst to it. But, ultimately, when Cenobites are taking you and they're peeling your flesh, flaying you, or completely fucking twisting your facial features and everything, for them, pain and pleasure are indistinguishable because of the, wait a minute, what the fuck? I could have swore the killer kind of hit it. But, for the Cenobites, with the pain and pleasure parts of them being so indistinguishable, that, pretty much they take it to that extreme. Oh, shit. That's why we got the scene in Hellraiser 2 when Elliot Spencer opens the box and he's getting the cuts and the grid put onto his head. He's screaming at first, but then he starts smiling. And then the pins start going in his head and he's still screaming, but he's enjoying it. And that is kind of the whole thing with how Cenobites react to pain. And because that's how they react, that's how anybody who opens the box, they expect them to react. That's why they said we are explorers in the furthest regions of experience. His DVD, why is Harley not here? I have no idea. Maybe she has some stuff to do. Oh, no. Pretty much, there's nothing about, like, it's just the whole thing with Rob Zombie, his track record with licensed characters, like a Michael Myers, for instance, and his style of dialogue for a Hellraiser film. It just doesn't fit. Now, there are certain franchises that Rob Zombie would fit right at home in, like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think Texas Chainsaw Massacre should be absolute. Like Texas Chainsaw Massacre could be a perfect fit for Rob. What's going on, Shadow Ninjas? How you doing? Haunted ground, get the fuck out of here! Well, good thing we got that shit out the way early. I don't trust shit. Oh, shit. I'm coming. I need 2 rescues. Oh, you're Karate Raptor. Okay. Switching up the names on me, I see. But yeah, Buff, you got nothing to be sorry about. Nothing. Yeah, because that would be my thing, Brenda. Like, can you imagine Pinhead with that kind of dialogue? Because you know Rob would write it for him. Now, if Rob had a script supervisor that would be able to oversee everything Rob does, then yeah, definitely. But Rob is so into himself and very, very narcissistic that I don't see him allowing that. The first time any kind of script supervisor or anything says anything bad about any of his dialogue, he's gonna flip the fuck out. Oh, we have Hex Ruin in play. Oh, hello. In the locker I go. Okay, I get out the locker now. Hey, well, look who it is. We have a rare panda sighting in the chat. Do I have Twitch? Yes. I am currently using Restream to stream to Twitch, Mixer, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. All the names are the same, and if you had any trouble doing a search, the links are also down below along with the Discord. I need that save too. What's going on, Gropius? Or Groipius? Is that how you say it? Oh, well, Bubble killed themselves. Holy shit. Ooh, that was close. That was really close. Seeing what you said, Corpius, like, that thing's like shaking. It's like fucking, it's got my eyes like jolting back and forth. I need that save. Run, run, run. What do you mainly stream on it? To me, it seems like YouTube. I stream on all of them equally. If I'm streaming on YouTube, chances are I'm streaming on Twitch too. Unless there's some kind of issue. Alright, this Huntress is going to be guarding the fuck out of this. I'm going to make sure that she stays over here. So I know she's over here. Am I one with the box? Do I have Twitter? Yes, I do have Twitter. I believe that should also be in the description down below, too. All JG Dark. Oh, well then. If someone can get that gen, that would be very much preferred. So I'm gonna lead this girl all the way over here. All right, I held her off enough. They can get out. I'm perfectly fine with not making it out there. What's going on, NJ? How you doing? Huntress, where are you taking me? Oh, that's right. This is my first hooking. Nice. She loves some Dr. Phil, though, Deb. Ooh. Oh, yeah, we're way too close. She has no reason to hunt anybody down. She can literally just stand right there and be happy with a fucking 3K. Ooh. Oh, fuck. That's right, leave me on the ground. Leave me on the ground. Just run. She doesn't know. She doesn't know I got Unbreakable. Just go to the door. Open it. You know what? That's good. Let them chase. She's in the middle of a chase. I can heal up before she gets over here. I'm gonna open up the door. That's not good. Is she coming this way? God, this is gonna be so terrible. I'm so gonna regret this. Oh God, shit! Instant fucking regret, regret, all of that. All of that, instant fucking regret. I should have just fucking left. Can you join me, NJ? I'm still on PC, buddy. Which I believe you say you have a PS4. Or are you on Xbox? Either way, I'm on PC. Oh, they actually let the other guy escape. Nice, nice. Well, at least one person got to live to tell the tale. Die faster next time. Oh my gosh. Ever watch Darva? I have not. What is that? Is that like another? Is that another streamer, or is that some show I should possibly be watching? Voxtal? Ooh. Teachable perks. Always going for them. Trying to get all the teachable perks. Oh, I don't have enough points! And escape and collect a new item one time. Well, now I no longer have to use the white. I'm gonna cape. And what if I change? Because tenacity. Actually, you know what? I think I like that. I'll be fine. You change my toolbox because I don't need that. Put that in there and let's do it. Hey guys, Uncle Matt is back. Welcome back, my friend. Mostly streamer. Oh, he's a DVD YouTuber. Okay. No, I've never heard of him. I've never like. But then again, oh, he's a Twitch streamer too. Okay. I have to check it out. Which have you or have Voxtal or Brenda? Have either of you joined the Discord at all? if you have, feel free to drop the link to them in the general channel, so that way I can check them out. But for anybody that wants to join the Discord, the link to that is down below. So feel free to drop in. We do cosplay shares. If you do cosplay and you want something shared, even outside of horror, because I may do some non-horror cosplay shares as well. Feel free to drop them in the cosplay, I think it's the Share With Me channel. I have my cosplays and cosplay props and cosplay sharing channel. So feel free to jump in and share whatever you want. Or if you just want people to see what you've done cosplay-wise, throw that in there. If you have a movie theory request that you want, that's something that's always been nagging you, like, why does that not make sense? And you want me to cover it? There's also a channel for that in there as well. And the way that will work is for any theory that I use out of that channel will be credited in the video that I do the theory on. Hey, what's going on, Ty? How you doing? A tardy slip. Man, school's already out of session and everything. You are technically absent. Gremlins are a strange breed. I know. Trust me, look at my kids. I know. Oh, nice. Nice. Sounds like someone I would actually really want to... I would really want to check out, Voxel. You haven't joined Brenda. Sad face, man. Come, join us. Shadow Ninjas, look on Twitter that I sent you. I'll check out all Twitter, Steam, and everything messages after the stream. You're killing me, Brenda. You see my heart? Like this is my heart right now. Oh shit, that's actually tougher than I thought. You know what? That's a bad example. That's a complete bad example. This is my heart right now. That is what you have done to it because you wouldn't join the Discord. Nah, you're good. You don't have to if you don't want to. I don't pressure anybody into doing anything like that. I'm just happy having you in the stream as it is right now. Talking Dead by Daylight, anything hard, that's absolutely fine with me. So where's story time with JG Dark? Not yet. As I said, Ty, once we get closer to October, we might be doing something special with the whole story time thing with the book reading of Dracula. And we may revisit some old commentaries, redoing them. So we got a couple of things lined up for October, definitely. Amanda, where are you? Here. You hurt that paper's feelings, and I didn't ask how it felt afterwards or anything. I am a terrible, terrible person. What the fuck? Oh, we're going against a doctor. She could send me $500, but I can't. Because you lack the funds or you don't know how? Because one of those I can fix. How's your phone going dead, Amanda? Don't you ever charge that thing? We needed that paper. Sorry, man, it was the last one. And my point being made about my heart ripping was more important than anything you may have needed it for. That's 2 cents destroyed. I don't like this. Oh, fuck. That's not good. Oh, wait. Oh. Leave. Run, Bill! Would you like heals, Bill? I would like to give you heals. So you know how to do it, but you can't. That's okay, my friend. Dave? Would you prefer a heal? Would you like a heal? You come get this heal. I will force myself upon you. Did this guy really fucking kill himself because nobody instantly fucking rescued him? Well, he did, his name is I Want to Die. So that makes sense. Oh, I kind of walked myself right back into that. Alright, Doctor. You made your point. You have fucking made your point. Okay. Nope. Oh yeah, that's right. Wait a minute. Isn't that pallet gone? Oh, he bopped me on the top of the fucking head. JG's going to jail for murdering Mr. Paper. When Indiana Jones 5 comes out, Harrison Ford will be the exact same age as the Grail. Fucking ancient. It always feels like there's a lot of fucking shit going on. I want that gen. Is that gen still going on? Oh, there's a total. I'll get as many points as I fucking can. When do I think we might get another Friday the 13th movie? Motherfucker, I wanted that damn totem too. I think the lawsuit itself will practically be done with by maybe August. I think they'll have a ruling. But by then, we also need to get a monetary deal set up between Sean and Victor before any movie can actually be made. That's an issue as well. Wait. I hear you still call. Oh, okay, you're going crazy. Is he coming after me, or... Okay, I am going crazy, though. Fuck. Run! Oh, his range on that is insane. Oh, I'm dropping it. Give me all that electric goodness. Charge me like a battery. What's going on, 44D Met? How are you doing? Hey, Pot, are you okay? What's going on, Play? Like, I mean, shit. He's having a stroke, guys, I think. I gotta snap the fuck out of it. Oh, maybe healing, too. Healing might work. Don't worry, I'm coming to get you. Can I make it? Wait, why was Brenda Cook timed out? I didn't see that. Oh, what was going on? JG has a hacker in his chat? Really? Who the hell was the hacker? Hey, what's going on, Fozzie? Think it's going to be a Terminator DLC? I don't know, I doubt that. I don't see Terminator necessarily being a classic horror license. I mean, the first one is definitely a horror type film, but I don't necessarily see it falling within that category. But any of you guys know what happened? I see Brenda was timed out, but I don't know why. Oh, the hatch. The hatch has been discovered. So I must lead him far, far away. God, how long does it fucking take to get through that? Oh, thank you, Mr. Gims, for the sub. I greatly appreciate it, my friend. Glad you were enjoying the stream, and hope you have a good time being part of Camp Juicing. All right, let me take a look here. What's going on, Charles? Oh, Charlie Appleby. For some reason, I wanted to say Charles. Mad Noxy, raid time. Welcome. Well, wait a minute. You've been here already. But, you know, I want to welcome you again anyways, because I am just that nice of a person. Immortal Bleach, how you doing? Oh, we're all good here, Mr. Gibbs. Well, at least I can't speak for everyone. I don't want to speak for everyone. But I am most certainly good. Oh, thank you for the sub, Mad Noxy. Once again, I greatly appreciate it, and welcome to Camp Juicing. Give me cheese balls, my queen. And welcome as well, Thaznar. Shit, we got all kinds of people coming in here. I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it. Do you think we need a new Wilhelm screen? What are you talking about, Tom? Wait, what? Huh? Oh, you put the wrong person in the timeout. Damn you, Amanda. What do I pay you as a mod for? It's all good. I mean, if you're there, Brenda, my apologies. Charlie, yes, it is a bandana, what I'm rocking. Got like nice little skull, kind of design to it. Loving the overall aesthetic that it gives the rest of the look. Mr. Gims, just giving you a raid, my dude. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it, and thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for everything. Especially for a fellow DVD player. Yes. I have to check you out, my friend. I definitely got to head over there. I got to return the favor in some kind of way. Immortal Bleach. How do I unprivate my account? Which account? Which account you trying to unprivate? Stephen G! How you doing? Another Mr. Gibbs, right? Yes, man. I'm loving it. Thank you again, Mr. Gibbs. I greatly appreciate it. I cannot stress that enough. So many new people to consume. Oh, the screen from Star Wars. Oh, okay, no. I see. See, my mind instantly went to horror, so I'm thinking like, wait a minute, William Scream? Wasn't no damn William and Scream. Hey, Brenda, again, sorry about that. Amanda timed out the wrong person. So if you have any kind of inappropriate death threats that you want to send them to her. I had nothing to do with. No, I'm just kidding. No death threats at all. But seriously, my apologies. The Walk is in the bed. Oh, you're part of the raid, Immortal Bleach. Oh, nice. Yeah, Mr. Gims, I try to be as real to all the viewers as I am to my best friend. So especially when I do like the Let's Talks and stuff like that with anything horror, I talk to everyone in chat just like I would talk to Amanda or some of the other friends that I have off stream where I'm talking in conversation. So I treat everyone the same. I try to treat everyone with kindness and respect. It's just how I am. I mean, sometimes it's not reciprocated, but it is what it is, especially when you're over the internet. I don't expect everyone to be like that. I do love, especially when we're doing talking about anything horror, for if you have a different opinion than mine, feel free to voice it. Such as I've been having everyone come in. Who do you think the new killer is? What do you think the new chapter is going to be? So far, my two guesses have been either Tarman from Return of the Living Dead with the cemetery as the map, and Ernie as the survivor. My other guess is a Psycho chapter with Norman Bates as the killer, the Bates Motel as the map, and Marion Crane as the survivor. But now, the more and more I think of it, I am leaning a lot more towards Psycho just because of the word classic. Classic license, classic killer, classic franchise. Doesn't get much more classic than Psycho, in my opinion. But feel free, let me know who you guys think it is. Fozzie says, I believe the T-800 from the Terminator could work out as DLC for a later time, with Sarah or Kyle as survivors, and the map could be the Dyson building from T2, or the factory from the first one. That could work. That could work, definitely. But I mean, Terminator's so synonymous with guns that how would you necessarily work that? I mean, the Death Slinger, they do kind of have a balance with it being a gun, but also being pretty much a gun version of Scorpion. So it's not something that you can spam. The Terminator's known for machine guns, so that would be kind of hard to do in a Dead by Daylight kind of scenario. This chat seems so wholesome. They're actually a bit tamer than what they normally are. Matt Noxie says, I love Bates Motel. I mean, are you talking about just the idea of it as a map, or are you talking about the TV show? Because, I mean, I like the TV show. I just felt like it's good as an alternative telling to the source material, especially if you're just going by the movies as opposed to the books, because the movies butchered the source material of the books, but is much more iconic because of Alfred Hitchcock being behind the first one. And then they redid the story of Norman Bates for the TV show that kind of butchered both, but still pretty fun to watch. The only thing is, my only gripe with the Bates Motel TV show is that they kept the mother alive way too long. Oh, thank you, Mr. Gibbs. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate the kind words. Christine, that's a classic car. Wait, did someone say Christine may actually be the killer? Can you imagine that? Like, you're just doing the gen and everything's just dark, and you look off into the distance and two headlights just pop on and run your ass over. Thank you, Mr. Gibbs. I'm glad you enjoyed the chapter theories. Do you have any idea who the killer might be? New killer is Woody off Toy Story and a massive garden as a map. The survivor is Buzz, who can just fly out of the map. Thoughts? Seems legit. I would buy that shit in a heartbeat. Definitely. Like the Maury is just pretty much Woody taking the pull string and strangling you with it. You can go 100% classic with the horror movies from the 30s, The Mummy, Dracula, Frankenstein. I think if they were going to do any of those, it'd probably be Dracula. Bela Lugosi. That would be awesome. Oh, thank you, Steven. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Loving all the kind words. Don't worry, it's not inflating my ego at all. Every kind word is just not like... Because don't worry, I got Amanda. She's here. If I get too inflated, she'll be that person that comes behind me with a needle and just deflates everything. TV and idea too. I mean, yeah. Don't even need gens no more. Just fly right out of the map and get pips. Can you imagine if they had that as like a iridescent or something kind of fucking add-on that you could just add the buzz? Just put it on buzz and instantly, as soon as the round starts, just up and away. To infinity and beyond. Matthew Lillard as Tommy. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Sponsored by Bang and plays Fortnite but dies once Inquisitive moves on to Roblox. I wouldn't touch either one. What's the stream delay? My stream delay I think is like 15-20 seconds, something like that. It's pretty bad. I would love a tube Noxy. Or it would be Woody saying, "There's a snake in my boot," and the snake comes out and just eats you. Oh, Survivor queue times. Oh. I haven't hit ready yet. My bad. I was just like watching everyone coming in for the chat and just like talking. I'm a very talkative person on stream. Very, very talkative. Sometimes I forget things, like hitting a button. But so far, the queue times for Survivor hasn't been that bad. Compared to some days. Would you vibe checking both of us, Alessandro? What about the girl from The Exorcist Vox tile? Reagan is her name. That could work too. That could be a pretty good DLC. But then again, it's like, what do you necessarily do with someone like Reagan? Like, I mean, she's known for throwing up, so I mean, would you necessarily have her be much like the Plague with that? Because, I mean, we already have a vomit mechanic. So all you really need is kind of a shorter... you need a skin of the fucking... We need a skin of Reagan with the size of the Hag and having the powers of the Plague. Shaggy would be overpowered. Possibly crawl to move around the map like the spider crawl she does down the steps. That'd be some terrifying things. Hey, what's going on, Ghost? How you doing? Just popping in. Glad to see you, my friend.
Why do you keep talking crap about me? I came here to pop your ego, apparently.
Well, I mean, your phone died and you over here timing out the wrong people.
No, dude, I feel so bad about that. Brenda, again, I am so sorry if you're still in chat. Like, that's totally my bad on that. Are you coming in, puppy? You coming in? Or you staying out?
Shaggy could destroy the entity with 1.9%. Oh, you're pushing for Pennywise, Mr. Gims? I mean, that's been the general consensus from a lot of people, expecting it to be Pennywise. I mean, I wouldn't doubt that it doesn't turn out to be him. But the thing is, like, trying to decipher what they said with classic franchise, I don't necessarily consider Pennywise or it to be a classic franchise. I didn't read your comment, Anthony. I didn't see your comment.
Oh, also, I came down to tell you that, at least, like, on our TV, I don't know if it's happened with the rest of the chat, but the camera is, like, really fuzzy. Like, really, really fuzzy. It was completely, like, distorting your face at times. I don't know if it...
Might have been focusing.
But it was for a while. It wasn't just like, you know, a
I wonder
focusing
if that's just the signal that it's getting up there. Because, I mean, I'm looking at my OBS, and my OBS is as clear as ever.
I mean, is it working for you guys? His camera, is it like blurry to you guys, or at times, or does it like work good for you guys still? Because like upstairs, that's one of the reasons I came down.
Amanda, no work with technology. Well,
that's because I'm always busy cleaning after you guys. Woman pains right here, man. The struggle is real.
Yeah, we try to keep it chill, Mr. Gibbs. Try to keep it as chill as possible. Oh, what's a nurse? Alright, ooh. I'm here. Oh, don't worry. What the fuck is that? I think we're kind of lagging here. Gotta break out the ninja skills. That's when you get silent like... She didn't see me. Oh, shit!
Apparently, like, Chuck is saying that everything is good on his end, so it must be the internet here. Our internet, like, sucks, apparently. Like, you're taking up all the internet, dude.
I'm getting in the locker. Oh, I said Don Shanks returns after Halloween ends? I doubt that. I was gonna say, I thought she was coming back. Oh, a moment. Gotta resync some shit. So I don't know if that's them lagging or what. Alright. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Because we are hanging around this gen way too long. Please don't have nurses. Please don't have nurses. Please don't have nurses. She comes over here, she has nurses. Get the fuck out of here! Alright, now scatter! Alright, my ass in a corner. You underestimate my power. Maybe the new killers from the Insidious franchise?
I was thinking that before. Remember I was sitting there saying that, but it just... Would Insidious be declared classic, though?
Not necessarily. I mean, it's a pretty decent, at best, franchise, in my opinion. But the whole word there is classic.
I mean, see, me and Jay, we got so obsessed with it that we actually went and looked up, like, did a search on classical horror franchises and went down the list to see which one could be, like, fits the criteria. Oh my god, I cannot say the word today. But,
You know English no well.
Yeah, I know English today. But that fitted it, like, as close as possible. And the most that we could come up with was honestly like Psycho or, you know, Torment. So I mean, but if anyone else can sit there and think of something like, or even, yeah, the Psycho, I mean, even then, that kind of, it's like, how would they put Mom in there? And so, would she just be sitting in a chair and be part of the background type thing? Like, and they run through the house and the hotel? That'd be really cool. If, like, they had a little motel you could, like, run through, and then they had his house up on the hill you could go up to as all one map. That would be huge. That would be really cool. That would be awesome. I'd be sitting there watching that all day.
Cue Toll of the Fates music. So I believe there was a stream last night where Polyester was on there saying how it was Pennywise and was looking in the skull of the image that they put up for the 4th anniversary. And when I was looking at it, he was like, yeah, that's clearly Pennywise. Like, it kind of looks like Darth Maul. And then I just thought of the scene from episode 1, The Phantom Menace, where Duel of the Fates plays on there?
Nicholas is so funny there, man.
What if all the Friday the Films after Part 4 were books written by Tommy Jarvis? That'd be interesting.
Ooh, that would be cool.
That'd be really interesting.
That would be cool, dude. And then have like one big like movie where Tommy basically shows that Tommy came out and he wrote those books and stuff, and it was all made up past like Part 4. That was all like.
Well, my thing is, what if it wasn't exactly made up, but I mean, obviously made up because it would all be fictional after Part 4.
I love that because then it like basically takes it all the way back to Part 4 and you can start from there over again. I love that idea.
But the whole thing is, like, Tommy is crazy and he's seeing all the hallucinations like he does in Part 5. Ooh, gotta go.
But wouldn't that make sense though that he actually comes out with you because of his like psychological problems? That basically he becomes a writer and basically like comes up with these ideas and stuff and writes into a book. That's kind of like his therapy right there.
No, not necessarily therapy, but for him, it's actually in his mind. He thinks it's real.
Well,
that it all
that's
happened.
what I mean. But also, it's like a therapy type thing because he don't go completely bonkers because he's imagining these things. He isn't going out causing any problems because he's writing these things down and expressing what he thinks is happening.
Well, it's like the whole thing where he thinks, oh shit, he thinks it's happening to him, so he writes them down as a, because of the maybe shock therapy and stuff like that, just in case it fucks with his brain to a degree.
Good. See him in like a mental institute getting shot, like
And he's
done.
like trying to keep record just in case they fuck with his brain to the point that
I like that.
it all like disappears.
That would be such a good movie. I just already see it pictured out. Like that would be, oh my goodness, dude. And then have it built around Tommy. That way everybody gets what they wanted. Well, the Tommy fans get what they want. They have Tommy, a story with Tommy coming back. And then in that movie, you can end up having where Tommy dies, gets killed by Jason, because, like, no one believes him and stuff, so he actually goes to prove it, and then he ends up getting killed by Jason.
Yeah, and also, Mr. Gims, Pennywise is actually not even the only one that uses the deadlights. The Crimson King, and I think maybe to an extent, Randall Flagg also uses them.
Does he?
I believe there's some cases where Randall Flagg does have access to using the deadlight ability, but I know for a fact the Crimson King does too, from the Dark Tower series.
I do remember that. Now in the Storm of the Century, was that supposed to be Randall Flagg there? Or was that
Nobody knows. They never
sorcerer?
They never call him Randall Flagg. It's assumed that it's Randall Flagg.
Because I mean, it's like they say he's an ancient. He's like ancient and stuff, and a sorcerer apparently, but they never say exactly like who it is or give reference to it or whatever.
Where the fuck you going, Steve? Here. Steve! What are you doing? Oh, fuck. Steve? Steve? Oh, you were not healing. Steve! Why you do this? This is what happens when you try to be a hero. Shrek is the new killer, not clickbait. What's going on, Harley? How you doing? I laid down for Shrek. Oh, oh, that's no. Oh, so no 4%. Oh, whoa! Did he have deliverance? Run, Steve! Live for me!
Now I think Shrek's power would be like his breath, because apparently donkeys said that his breath could kill aliens or something like that.
Yeah.
So could you imagine he just does the funky breath smell at you, and it's like the clown or whatever, where's the gas that comes out? Like sludge or something.
What's going on, JC? Could be the creeper. The anniversary picture is a skin being put on. Ooh. Maybe. Yeah, he did have deliverance. Nice, nice, nice. Jeepers Creepers will never be part of DBD. Not Queen confirmed it.
So either.
Yeah, not with all the stuff behind the director and the writer, the creator of the Creeper.
Wasn't he like declared like a pervert basically?
No, he is a
He's a
pedophile. Yeah.
Oh.
But I mean, to be fair to the franchise itself, people knew that going into Jeepers Creepers.
Really?
Yeah, he made that after.
Oh wow. Oh.
Like Jeepers Creepers was done.
But he was the director, right?
He was the writer, director, creator
of it.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
he created Jeepers Creepers
Oh wow.
in its entirety.
Hey Jay, can you put that on your table? I just don't want to mark this table up. Oh wow, that sucks because I love some Jeepers Creepers, man. You know what? If it's now about Jeepers Creepers, look at those peepers. Yeah, it kind of fits it now.
Nurses took your temperature in your life. Let me see, Voxtile. Let me see what you said. Let me jump up here.
Ooh, someone said Pyramid Head. They want a Pyramid Head.
That's been one of the ones that they've been saying, along with Candyman.
I think maybe eventually. I don't think that's going to be who the new killer is. Oh yeah, because someone said it looked like Pyramid Head with how the 4 looked on it.
One of the computers, the developers showed there's red balloons, Voxtile? When? When was this?
Oh wow.
I remember they said something a while back about balloons, but that was also they did a event that had balloons on generators.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that's what you're talking. Oh, you're talking about Tommy Jarvis. I didn't see that anywhere. Feel free to redo it while I'm here.
Did I just see someone bring up about Victor Crowley or something?
Yeah, Victor Crowley people were talking about that. But Victor Crowley, I wouldn't put up there as like classic or anything. Maybe
no.
Somewhere down the road.
That's what I was just thinking.
I see Victor Crowley being more of a add-on once they get word whether Jason or not is coming, just to get a Kane Hodder character in there, because I believe if they get Jason in Dead by Daylight, it's going to be Kane Hodder doing the motion capture for any of the kills swinging or whatever he does. It's going to be a Kane Hodder version, probably part 7.
So basically, you're saying like you don't think if they actually were able to get Jason on there, you don't think they would do a Crowley after that?
They probably do Crowley at some point, just because Crowley has a fan base. But ultimately, I think Jason is the priority. If they don't get Jason, then Victor Crowley takes that spot.
But who exactly would be the survivor to Victor Crowley?
It'd be the girl played by Danielle Harris. Yeah, because I mean, if you get Danielle Harris to do her likeness in Dead by Daylight, as much of a fan base as Danielle Harris has,
you know who
and then you would have Danielle Harris's likeness, even though she might go by a different name in the game. You also have Jamie Lloyd going against Michael Myers.
I don't know. You know who I would like to see out of it is the one little Asian dude who does the whole thing like he's trying to do the New Orleans accent.
Yeah.
It's oh my god, he's like, yeah, it's my cousin's boat. I would love him to be on there, dude. Oh my goodness. I love that part. He's like the best, dude.
Voxel says it's being written by Tommy Jarvis, but explain why Jason after part 5 is hella demonized when he could have just been a deformed human who resided in the woods. True, very true.
Oh, I love that idea. I think someone needs to write that in.
Because especially like with Tommy's mind and him not being in a very good mental state, he would ultimately see the worst of Jason, and given what he feels like would probably be maybe electroshock therapy they could probably use, because I mean Wessex County isn't exactly known for their spot-on health treatments. So pretty much it would be possible that with every bit of treatment Tommy gets, it further creates this monstrous image of Jason in his mind, and helps create and craft every single story from Friday the 13th part 4, maybe, because you don't really need to discount 5, because 5 had nothing to do with Jason. Jason was already dead. So if you did do that where Tommy wrote everything, you could still add 5 in there and it would not affect the overall story at all.
See what happens when me and you get together on things and just talk things out? Like, come up with a cool idea and stuff, like with that.
To be fair, that was Ghost that said that.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, Ghost. You
see this?
No.
You see this?
No.
First you time out Brenda.
Oh my god, look how pale I am. Oh my goodness, Chad, look at this.
Like,
I'm glowing.
First you time out Brenda, then you take Ghost's idea.
No.
This is why she's not on YouTube.
No, Ghost. No, it's fully you. I'm just talking about like just going deeper with it, like conversation wise. Like no, fully Ghost credit on that one.
And then like sliding her ghostly pale arm into the stream. Like, look, it looks literally like the Grudge. Has anybody watched the Grudge TV show trailer? And at the end, when they're like, show me your house, you just see the hand just come out and point. That's it. That's it there. That shit, I saw it on the screen, and it scared me probably as much as it scared you. I'm terrified. I hear... What the fuck is that? See, I hear things already.
Oh, that's a good one there. Well... That's a really good connection there. I like that.
The crow could kind of work to a degree. But I mean, would the crow really necessarily work as a killer in Dead by Daylight just from the lore? Because I mean, I would have felt like Ash, if you were going that way with the crow being a killer, Ash should have been a killer too. Because I had the idea that when we found out Ash was coming to the game, we didn't know in what capacity. I would have thought they would have did the lore where Ash was influenced by the entity to look at survivors as deadites. He's armed with his chainsaw, he's armed with his shotgun, and he's going out trying to kill all of these survivors, thinking that they're deadites. And when you play as Ash, it automatically transforms no matter what survivor skin you have. In Ash's eyes, when he looks at their faces, it's almost a glamour over their face that turns them into a deadite kind of form for Ash. Like they have the white out eyes, the grotesque look on their face. But for survivors amongst each other, they see themselves as their own skin, if they could have implemented some kind of mechanic for that. And then you could have had Ash chainsawing people, shooting people with the shotgun and so forth. And you still could have had Bruce doing voiceovers. It can't rain all the time. It makes me want to go back and watch that movie.
I don't know, Brenda. I think like they could have, like Tommy could have actually just heard about Freddy, even like with being an a psych ward. Even there could have been like a person who was sent like from where Freddy was or whatever to that psych ward, and basically, you know, he was babbling on, and basically, like Tommy overheard it or part of a session. Like there's many ways that Freddy could come into like existence there.
Well, the thing is first Voxtel. That's a good point. That with the electroshock, Jason being resurrected by electricity, lightning, that would be a good point to point that out and why that happens in part 6.
I love that idea.
Secondly, going back to Brenda's point, that's if you make Freddy vs. Jason canon to the rest of the series. You got to remember, the New Line and Paramount films are not canon to each other. Jason Goes to Hell is the first reboot of the series because they only bought the rights. New Line only bought the rights to Jason, his hockey mask look, Camp Crystal Lake, Pamela, and his backstory. They did not even purchase the rights to use the name Friday the 13th. Therefore, they did not also purchase the rights to use anything from the sequels 2 through 8. The only other thing they got was the hockey mask. They were able to get those rights for it, but they were not able to use characters like Tommy Jarvis, which is why we got Creighton Duke. They weren't able to get any kind of video footage, which is why in Freddy vs. Jason, we see video footage of everything from the Nightmare on Elm Street movies leading up to Freddy vs. Jason, but we saw nothing from Friday the 13th because ultimately they only bought limited rights. And because of that, even in Jason Goes to Hell, Adam Marcus has even said when they made Jason Goes to Hell, they went in with the mindset that part 8 was never made. They completely disavowed 8, which ultimately makes it okay, then you start from part 7. But as we see, Jason already has the hockey mask in Jason Goes to Hell, and he's already being pursued by the FBI. For those that haven't watched part 7, Jason's mask gets split in half and is taken. And Jason's at the bottom of the lake at the end of part 7. So where does he get a new mask? And the way the mask is on his face, it's supposed to be said that the mask, he wore it for so long that it fused to his skin. His skin fused over the mask to his face. Well, if that's the case, we know in part 6 he didn't start with the mask on. We know in part 7 he started with the mask on, but it was broke off him at the end. So how much time is it between part 7 and Jason Goes to Hell for the mask to grow over and fuse the mask to his face? That would be kind of the thing that you would have to think about.
So it's kind of like all around, like there's some type of explanation for that either way. You can do the long way, short way, you can add it in, you can take it out.
What if the new Killer's Fart Man from Howard Stern comic book character? I highly doubt that. As funny as it would be, I highly doubt it. Mortal Bleach says that PTB coming out the same day Friday the 13th did. Coincidence? I mean, maybe. I mean, it is good to put it on that day to cause as much speculation because how many people are out there doing possible Friday the 13th Killer and Dead by Daylight videos?
That was just a smart move, I think.
Ty says, where does it say that Jason Goes to Hell is not canon with the series and the final product of the movie? If it's not the final product of the movie nor the script, then it's canon. The fact that the whole thing is written in a way that it does not regard anything from the previous 2 films. Like I just said, Ty, how's the mask fused to his face? If he's worn it for so long, how's it fused to his face? You can't say Jason Takes Manhattan, because he pulled the mask off of his face after the toxic waste hit it. And then when the sewers fill up with toxic waste and melt Jason, it would have made more sense if he was wearing the mask, but the mask, as we see, is completely and utterly destroyed by the time we see it floating in the liquid. So, I mean, did he just wake up, put the mask back on, and put it on so hard that it fused to the rest of his face? And knowing that pretty much there's no explanation of how he survived such an ordeal when every other movie sort of depicts what happened to Jason, how he gets resurrected at that point, and then knowing the limited rights issue that New Line had, creating a character like Creighton Duke, who we have not seen in a Jason movie at all, even though we followed his entire serial killer career from the moment that he put on the sack mask to the point he found the hockey mask and ultimately died at the end of part 8. Like, it's those certain things that you got to kind of think about, and knowing that, okay, New Line kind of cut the cord to the Paramount films, and they weren't able to use any of those any of the library from Paramount. So the next obvious explanation is New Line is creating their own version of Jason and going from there. Knowing that all they really needed was the basic sort of plot points in order to get Jason. Okay, he's here, his mother died, he drowned, he came back, he got the hockey mask, go. That's all they really needed. Log is in the bin. What's going on, Abo? How you doing? I'm glad to see you're enjoying the Michael Myers emote. JC Emotep. Could have been mummy wrappings left field though. Yeah, that could actually work to a degree. Because could you imagine if Emotep's whole thing is sort of like the nurse? Pretty much where he kind of teleports across the map, but when he does it, it's sort of that big sandstorm kind of thing. You just see his face coming towards you in the sandstorm, and then he just like reappears. Tommy going further into insanity would explain why Jason kept getting more ridiculous, such as him going from a demon to being in space. Yeah, basically, because it would be anything that Tommy would be watching in the asylum. Watching anything on TV. I mean, probably got basic cable, probably sci-fi. Sci-fi probably in the mid to late 90s. I can guarantee you, it wasn't that good. Vibe check. Are you vibe checking people again? Voxtel says it would also explain why the story has so many plot holes. Very true, very true. Anthony says Friday the 13th, the origin of Jason Voorhees. We don't really need, we know his origin. We know where Jason comes from. What we really need to probably expand on is maybe the death curse. The death curse of Camp Crystal Lake. I think Cat 47's I think his cat is actually on his keyboard. Oh man. All right, guys, that's actually going to do it for me for today. I am going to wrap this up, go make me some food as per usual. Do want to thank all you guys for sticking around, watching, and especially Mr. Gims. Again, thank you for the raid, my friend. Definitely going to have to come over and check you out. For those that want to get in contact with me, feel free to hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, the Discord down below. Check me out on Twitcher. What the fuck is Twitcher? What? Twitch. Mixed fucking Twitch and Twitter. Also on Twitter, feel free to check all those out.
New idea, dude.
Twitcher,
dude.
Oh, God. It's a hard Twitter.
Mark it down.
But I will see you guys tomorrow. We will be watching the final 4 episodes of Ash vs. the Evil Dead, doing a commentary for those, so get your copies ready. And I will see you then. Let me jump over here. And also, if you guys have anything that you want to share for the cosplay share, feel free to hit me up on the Discord for there. I do have a channel for that. And let me know. Like, put your name down, put a picture down, let me know what character, put the name that you want to be associated with it, and I will share it. As well as your Instagram page or Facebook page, whatever you want to do. But yeah, I'm going to head out. You guys have a good night. And as always, I am JG Dark.
Bye, everyone. It's Amanda Panda. Bye.
And thanks for watching.
I gotta do my Brandon. Me the panda.
Don't ever laugh as a hearse goes by, for you may be the next to die. They wrap you up in bloody sheets to drop you 6 feet underneath. They put you in a pine wood box and cover you up with dirt and rocks. It all goes well for about a week, and then your coffin begins to leak, and the worms crawl in, the worms crawl out, the worms play pinochle on your snout. They eat your eyes, they eat your nose as you begin to decompose. A slimy beetle with demon's eyes chews through your stomach and out your sides. Your stomach turns to rancid grease, and pus pours out like melted cheese. You spread it on a slice of bread, and that's what you'll eat when you're dead. And the worms crawl out, the worms crawl in, the worms that crawl in are lean and thin, the ones that crawl out are fat and stout. Your eyes fall in and your hair falls out, your brain turns into maggot pie, your liver starts to liquefy, and for the living all is well as you sink further into hell. And the flames rise up to drag you down into the fire where you will drown. Your skin melts off as you descend, and Satan tears you limb from limb. Your suffering will never end. And the worms crawl in, the worms crawl out, they'll eat your guts and then shit them out. And when your bones begin to rot, the worms remain, but you do not. So don't ever laugh as a hearse goes by, for someday you'll be the one to die. And when death brings his cold despair, ask yourself, will anyone care?